Plebs, hey, welcome back. moralgamer here. Deception 3, Dark Delusion. Yeah, love-hate relationship with those, mostly because the games themselves kind of have an immoral stance to them, but yet the games themselves are a lot of fun. So, Deception. This is Deception 3, Dark Delusion. Worth your time? Let's take a look. Now, the Deception series is kind of, 3 is out of touch in a way with the rest of the series. The original series starts out with you playing as this prince who he's killed, makes a deal with the devil, referred to as Satan in the manual, but it really is devil, fiend in the Japanese version. And he essentially is brought back and wants to exact his revenge, something like that. Second one, you're playing as Melina, who's being used as a puppet or something like that. I haven't played those two, so I can only go by what I've actually read online about them. But then this one, 3, you're playing as Rena. And Rena she's like a gypsy here, and she just, all of a sudden she's captured, she's, thrown in a dungeon, she's supposed to be executed, but she's got this crystal around her neck which gives her the ability to create traps. Huh? So I'm just going to go with it. I'm just going to go with it is what I'm going to do. We'll say it's okay, right? Thing is that I've played Trapped, which is technically the 4th game, but not the 4th one with the Deception name. It's Kagero 2. And in that one, you have the Fiend, or the Devil, which gives Princess Allura her powers. And then, of course, you play as the Devil's Daughter in Blood Ties, which is the 4th one. So, getting away from that was interesting, but the source for power is this pendant. That's not freely explained. Thing I like, though, that this one does that the other ones that I've seen so far hasn't, is that this one actually, Rena doesn't like killing. She doesn't like killing, and they actually do play that out. They portray it, weighs on her conscience every time she takes a life. And so it's a lot better portrayed than what they've done with other games in the Deception lineage. The story is also about the twists and turns as she's helping the resistance overthrow the evil monarchy, and so that part's okay. I found myself getting more enthralled into Rena's character, and that's what really drew me in most, because unlike the other characters in Deception, she has conscience, she has heart. You don't see that very often in a video game character. The gameplay itself is like the later Deception games in some ways. And I can't speak again for Deception 1 and 2, because I haven't played them yet. I'm kind of going backwards through a series. You set up traps on the floor, ceiling, or walls. You can only have one of each, just like Trapped. Something I loved about Deception 4. Check out the review, please. And you have to strategically place them so that you can interact not only with the traps themselves, but with other traps and weaknesses and stuff within the room. And so, like, if you got someone on the steps or something like that, you could roll a boulder down the steps at them. Great. If you have someone, like, next to a fire pit, maybe you could fling them into it. How you build the traps around the environment is what's going to set you apart from, being cannon fodder by the others. The traps themselves, this is much better the way the traps work in this one than the other ones. Because you get a base set of about 9 traps. Between 9 and 12 traps. You build traps based on seals, crests, and rings that you find. Orbs, crests, and rings. Anyway, though, so you stack into it an element. And that element could be like something like fire, electricity, etc. Once you stack that in, if you decide, you can put a ring on it, and the ring could, say, automate the trap, so the trap will automatically spring when someone's in place, or you could set it so the trap draws people to its locations once it's fired. You could set it so the trap maybe it has a shorter reset time. You determine that based on the rings that you put on it. And then finally, the orbs increase the effectiveness. You always start with 1 orb, but you can spend as much as you want on the orbs themselves. And you do this all through the money system, of course. The better a trap, obviously, the more expensive it's going to be. But you don't always want super expensive traps. So, like, if you want a good smash board, a smash springboard, something like that, your standard spring floor trap. You want a Smash version of it, you'll have to spin through the nose. But do you want the 7-square springboard, or do you just want, say, like a 5-square springboard? You may want to not pop for the full 4 orbs and just go with the lighter version of it because it works better in most rooms, or at least for what you're doing. So building the traps based on your playstyle, I like that they're doing that, versus in the other games you just keep getting more and more traps and you kind of have to find the one that works with your style. So tailoring, definitely a plus here. But then once you have the traps, you equip them, you go through, and it plays a lot like the other ones now, where you can find walls that you can knock over, you can throw people in the fire, or I like about the electric traps, though, that you can actually take someone in water and electrocute them anywhere in the water. So that's good. Beware, though, because your traps will hurt you, especially automated traps. I've gotten automated combos set up before, and it's been like, sweet, I can fling enemies back and forth, but I've taken that one wrong step and gotten caught in my own trap combo, which really sucks. From a strategic standpoint, it's great. I do wish that this game had come out. It came out after the DualShock controller was already there, but for some reason Tecmo did not let you use it. Why, guys? Why? I mean, being able to use the dual stick like you can in Trapped, the fourth one in the series, it would have been nice because in Trapped I can look around and I can aim and I can see where someone is just by panning the camera. In this one, I have to stand still and put myself at risk if I want to pan the camera, which not good. I've gotten my butt kicked because of that, and I hate it. Another thing I hate about this game, enemies can juggle you. You have no defense against it. If you find yourself down on the ground, you are screwed. Yeah, that really sucks. Many times I've seen enemies just bounce me around mercilessly. I could just blow the whistle and that's about it. I'm pretty much screwed there, guys. No, come on. That stung. At least in 4 they gave you the option of dodging, which was a whole lot better. 4 blood ties, that is, not Trapped, which is kind of like 4. So, right game for you, and if you love a good strategic title, this is definitely it. Definitely it. I can't praise the Deception series, enough. I really love these games. Even the story in this one is like I said, the character development, not the overarching story about the rebellion and stuff like that, but the character development, the way Rihanna acts and reacts to stuff, love that. So I definitely say this is in some ways better written than the other ones. Morally speaking, obviously you are killing and hurting people. There's magic usage. The traps, of course. Very few female characters in this one are actually as overtly sexualized as in the later Trap games. So I do appreciate that Tecmo actually took a sidestep from the usual Devil's Child and did this one here, which is, it's cool, and it doesn't have to be all about the demonology, so I'm liking that. Have issues with anything in here, though. Again, you are trapping people. You are trying to kill them by bouncing them around, flinging them around, setting them on fire, electrocuting them, freezing them, having them hacked to pieces. Issues with any of that, you wouldn't want your kids playing it. This is Deception 3, though. Dark Delusion, moralgamer, moralgamer.com. Like, subscribe, comment, share. Check out the gameplay channel, review channel, and links below. We look forward to seeing you next time with our next review. Thanks for watching.